Assalamu alaikum and welcome again. We are solving 0417, the ICT paper 21, May-June 2016. We will do the exam paper right now. Task 1, as usual, it is about the evidence document. You work for a company called Tawara Adventures. You are going to perform some clerical tasks for this company. Task 1, open the supplied or the supported file, the evidence file. Make sure that your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page in this document. So they did not ask in header or footer. It's up to you. Save this evidence document in your work area as the same name followed by your candidate number as this style, and you will need this evidence document to store screenshots of evidence you are instructed to produce. So you will not close the evidence document, you will use it all the time. Now you can just insert in the header, in the evidence file. This is my name, Hadil Yusuf, JO014. Okay, and file, save as. In my work area, I will find in my work area here, I will make a new folder and I will call it working area, and inside I will just make my number. Now, next question. Task 2 document. You are going to edit a newsletter for Tawara Adventures. The company uses a corporate house style for all their documents. Paragraph styles should be created and applied as instructed. All imported data should have a news body text style applied unless otherwise is instructed. So all will take the body as a news body, but if you are instructed to do something else, you will do it. Now, using a stable software package, open the file draft, set the page size A4 orientation portrait, the bottom margins and the top 2.5 and the sides left and right should be 1.5 centimeters. Then we have to get the evidence of the paper here for the page size, then for the margins. Okay, evidence 1 and 2. Let's do the task here, draft. Then in the page layout, I can use page setup from here, or from here the orientation and the size, okay, and also the margin. It will be as you see. It is opening now the page setup. So it's up to you to go from the beginning for page setup or just to use the tab itself. Now in here they are talking about top and bottom 2.5 cm and 2.5 cm, but for the left and right it should be 1.5 centimeters. Now for the evidence, I will get from Snap tool the page size from paper here in new, and this is the paper size. You can get this for evidence 1. And for the margin settings, new, margins, and if you want to take the orientation, it's okay, but no need. Now the getter is not of the margins, so this is the margin they are talking about. To the evidence and paste. Okay, save your evidence file, keep it open. Save the document in your work area as the name in newsletter. Make sure it is saved in the format of the software you are using, which is Word document, and make an evidence to show this file type saved in your working area in this file type. So what I will do here, I will make in my work area Word processing or document as you like. You can name this folder. Okay. Now, rather than it is named draft, you can just save as here in document, newsletter, Word document, save. Then this is the screenshot. You have to keep the type opened. Now you can get your screenshot right here and in your evidence. Okay, what's next? Question 3. Place in the header your name, center number, candidate number, left aligned, automated page numbers, right aligned. Now, first of all, you have to remember that the automated page number, you have to make it before the name, center number, candidate number, because it will delete it. So I will do the page number, then my other details here in the newsletter, in the header, here, page number, top. I will make it left. Why? Because I will push it to the right after I do my details. Hadil Yusuf, comma space J0014, comma space my candidate number. Now using tab or space bar, you can just push the page number to the right and you can just find it like this. This is left, this is right, and close. Now after this, place in the footer automated file name, path, center aligned. Now in the footer, it is center aligned, so like this. Now I have to insert the using here insert, and from the components field I will choose right here file name. These are arranged alphabetically. They asked me to add file path. I can make it from the field option right here and okay. So just be careful, it is just only one line of work. Save your work and close the footer. Done. Make sure all alignments match the page margins. No other text included in the header and footer. Headers and footers are displayed in all pages. It is just by eye. You have to find out all these instructions are done and it is done. Okay. Now the super Easy question. It is time consuming, but it is very easy. Create the following paragraph styles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes they bring 3 or 4 and they are giving you some ready styles, asking you to make some modification in, but we have to do everything. Okay, now I have to be careful about this font style, sans serif, it means Arial, serif times New Roman, bold, italic, okay. Now all of them, line spacing is single, the space before the line is 0, but here I have two styles that the space after is in 12 points. Okay. Now you have to remember that every style is depending on the previous one. So if you are doing any of formatting in one of them, you have to be careful that the next one is not adopting the same format of the previous one. Let's find out. Here, home, these are the styles. You click on the pointer. These are the styles. The first icon here is the new style. You click on it, then you have to give it a name, news title, capital N, news dash title. Be careful about capital letter or small letter. Then it is 26. It is sans serif, so it will be Arial. Center, from here you can pick center, bold. Now, it is single line spacing 0, 0. So this is single line spacing 0, 0, but I have just to be more sure, single here, 0, 0 as a spacing. This is for the indentation. They are not asking me for indentation in this question, so it will be okay and okay. Then another new for a new dash subtitle, and it is sans serif Arial 16. It will be right aligned. Now it is not bold. I will turn off bold, but it is italic. Single line spacing 0, 0 in the spacing before after 0, 0, single line spacing, okay and okay. Now another new style. It is named news subheading, news dash subheading, sans serif Arial 16. It will be center aligned, bold and underlined, so turn off italic. 0, 12 spacing before and after, single line spacing before 0, after 12. It will be okay, okay. Now another new style, news body. And it will be serif times New Roman, size 12. Justified, you can't find justified right here. I will make it now. Nothing as enhancement. Single 012. Okay. So from paragraph, the alignment is justified. Spacing 0 before, 12 after, and single line spacing. I'm done. Last one will be news table. This will be serif times New Roman 12. left, non-enhancement, nothing, then 0, 0, line spacing here, 0, 0, single line spacing, so it will be okay. And if they are asking you about any of the font enhancement like subscript, superscript, double strike as or strike through, shadow, outline, emboss, engrave, capital letters, small letters, and hidden, all of these will be in the format font you can find, and also for the advanced, for the character spacing, position, kerning, and points above and so on. So you can find this, all of the format in font just from format button here. Okay, also for borders, tabs, language, frame, whatever that you want as format, you can just click on the format and find the numbering and so on. So you can enjoy this now. Okay. After this, they are asking for sure for some evidence for screenshot showing all settings in the new subheading, this one. The subheading, you click on modify, format, paragraph, and snap, new, take this full screenshot, please, in your evidence 4. Here. Okay, we are good. Now, at the start of the document, enter the title, Tawara Adventure Newsletter. Apply a news title style to this text. Okay. At the top, this means on the beginning, you can just click Control Home. So you are in the beginning, press Enter. So you have a new line and you can write the title that you have been asked to. Be careful about capital letter, small letter, and also about the spelling. Now choose the news title. This is 26 Arial bold center aligned. So we are applying the style as wanted. Now below the title, add the subtitle first draft by 2 dots and enter your name, add your name, just only the name, and apply a news subtitle for this text. So after this, you will add first draft by, then your name, just your name. Okay, and this will be just only this as subtitle. It is right, italic, right aligned. Okay, apply a news subtitle we did. Apply a news body to the rest of the document. Okay, what is the rest of the document? From we are leading to the end. So be careful. You can also from here just click on Shift, Control Shift End. This means from here Control Shift End to the end of the document, and this will be body, news body. Now, you may find that it is not the same. For the body, it should be 12 justified and so on. Maybe you have some problem to apply this format. So how to solve this problem in the exam time? You have to do the following. Now, as you see, these are not the same. Now, it is Times New Roman 12, then justified. It is all justified, okay? and 012 is the line spacing. I can also from here خلاص. So it is done in the right way. Okay, so don't blame yourself, don't panic, just make it like this. Now if you go to body in the modify, you will find it as what you have requested, but for some reason I don't know why it is not applied in the correct way. Okay, now save your work and back to the question paper. Question 10. Change the page layout so that the text after the first paragraph is in two columns of two equal width, with 1.5 centimeters spacing between the two columns. Okay. After the first paragraph. So it means from UK centers. This is the first paragraph, as you see. It is not justify. Why? It was justified, صح? Control Shift and justify. Now, after the first paragraph, from UK centers to the end, in the layout, you go to columns. There is ready-made column 2, but I will not use it because I have to fix the space between the two columns. Now you have to find out 2 equal column width. Spacing is 1.5, not 1.25. صح. Now this is for the selected text only. So I have done the two columns, right? Identify 7 subheadings in the document and apply a news subheading style to each one. Let's do 7 subheadings. It's not 6, not 8, 7. So this is the first subheading. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Open the file Sports, New Sports, and insert the contents as a table within the column width after the text activities to our centers. Now, if you can't read activities to our centers, you can just use the find option. Now, from home, you can find this. Find, and you write what you are looking for, activities to our centers. So the table will be right here. Now, let us open the file in new sports. Okay, just open it. Now, this is your table. I will copy and paste in the correct place. Now, like this, I don't have to get a new blank line. Now, to make it easier to work on, I will add all borders. After all, if the examiner is asking me to take off or to hide the borders, I will go here just with no border. But now I will keep it with all borders just to make the control easier. Okay. Now delete the third column with the heading rating from the table. This one. You can just highlight. You can press on backspace on your keyboard or from the layout, you can ask in delete the row, but backspace will be easier. Okay. Make sure that news table style is applied just only for columns 2 and 3. Text in columns 2 and 3 displays on one line. It means no text wrapping. All borders and grid lines are displayed when printed. Okay, I have done this by chance. Okay, so these two columns only in the okay, table. Okay, then it should be in one line each one. Can stretch here activity. Okay, now each one has one line and you can expand this just to make it more fair. Format the table so that the left column looks like this. They did not tell you what are the instructions, but it will be cell merging, right? Then wrapping, right, and also the direction of writing, the text direction will be vertical, it will be middle center and with shading. Let's do this. New act. Also, if you want to find out that the font itself is changed. Okay, now highlight. Merge cells also. This one. I have some problem in the highlight. Okay. Now the layout, it will be center middle text direction like this. Then it will be Times New Roman as you see, and larger font to make it in two lines. Is it bold? Yes, bold. Shading, gray. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, now you can just stretch this to make it closer. Okay, now I took the 4 marks. Import the image cabin and place it below the subheading accommodation. Reflect the image so that the tree will be on the right like this. Okay, done. Accommodation. Here you can insert picture and you can just drag drop. It's up to you. This is cabin, and first of all we will make the reflect. It will be flip horizontal. Then resize the image so that it is 4 centimeters wide, keeping aspect ratio. So you have to read this all together. You can't just fix the width, then you will find the aspect ratio. Okay. And also align the image so that it is the top paragraph, starting self-catering accommodation, right margin with a column like this. It may looks like this, and the text is wrapped. Okay, now the size. It is by default keeping aspect ratio, and this is the proof. Lock aspect ratio is done, so you can just fix it from here or from here. Now we want the width to be 4 centimeters, keeping aspect ratio. Okay, now I want it to the right, text wrap tight. So it will be within the paragraph as wanted. If you do it like this, you will get a negative mark, or they will take from you 1 mark because it is in the spacing out of the margin. You have to keep in the spacing of the margins between the columns. After this, change the list from free Wi-Fi to climbing wall, bulleted list, square bullets. Sport hole here. Bulleted list, square bullets. Okay. Then make sure that bullets are positioned 2.5 centimeters from the left margin, which means the indentation. The list is single line spacing with no space before or after. Okay. So it is highlighted. You can go from here for line spacing. Now it is 0, 0, a single. Okay, so they are listed in the same column. It is not splitted out. And for the indentation, so you can just click on paragraph for spacing and indentation, or just if it is indentation from here, sorry, line spacing. Now, the indentation before the text, we want here 2.5 centimeters. 2.5. So we have finished this document with total 29 marks. But as you see, there is no print command or instruction, which means that we have not finished working, but save your work for later use. You can keep it open, you can close it. It's up to you. Now, what's next? Database. Now they are telling you that you are going to prepare some reports for the company. Make sure all currency values display euro sign with 2 decimal places. This is important note. Using suitable database package, import AD Sports. Use these field names and data types. We have to fix and to find out the fields, names, and data type in our new files or tables. Set course code to be primary key, save the data, and finally you have to take a screenshot as an evidence for your data table design. Be careful when they say file field names, data types, it means the table design. Now, in the table design, if I have Boolean numbers as integer or decimal number, if I have currency or date, all of these I should go to the table design and fix in the table design. If I have some validation, I have to fix this in the table design, and so on. So let's work on access. Now I will save it in my working area in the desktop. I will make a new folder. I will call it DB for database. And in here, I don't mind what's the name, but it is May, June 2016 paper 21 for documentation and no. Okay. yet. Okay, now I have to import AD Sport, external data, text file, browse from my supporting files on the desktop, AD Sports, open and OK. Next. Now I have the field names on the first row, advanced. You have to be careful that you have to match this question paper to your work. Now activity, course code, activity, type, rating, location, residential, course cost, and duration. The names are the same. Text, 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 number. It should be integer. Here long integer, I will fix it. Text, Boolean, currency, and integer. So this is integer and also integer, residential, Boolean, and here currency. I have to fix all of these in my table design. Now, as you see, it is residential Boolean, but with 0 minus 1. It should be in yes, no. The course cost should be in euro, 2 decimal places. So I have to fix this. Now the primary key, as it is mentioned in the question paper, it will be the course code, and I can just make it AD Sports. Okay, now go to the view design, and here it is integer, location, residential, yes, no, in the format, currency, euro, 2 decimal places, and save view. So I have done my job in the perfect way. For the evidence, snap new and get it like this. This is to prove, okay, new. This is to prove it's euro, 2 decimal places as currency. And this is yes, no, and primary key. This is a perfect evidence. So you can insert your evidence with no highlights, okay? But this is for the educational purposes in the exam with no text like this. And please keep the title with its evidence in the same page. Don't separate them. Then back to the question paper. Create data entry form, which will include all fields from AD Sport table. Use the drop-down menu in the location field to accept only these locations. Okay, then you have to put in the evidence file that you have done this drop-down menu. Okay, now, and it is limited to these only. So I have some validation. Validation with the drop-down menu. It will be in this data entry form. Nowadays, they may ask you also a columnar data entry form or a data entry form, maybe form. It's all about a form, and it is columnar because it will display record by record, not to display as in a tabular way the whole the table of your data. So let's do this data entry form. It will be in the forms of access, close the table, create. Now I am clicking on the table and I will click on form. So I have the easiest way to create columnar data entry form. Then it is including all the fields in AD Sport. It is in column way, as you see. Now, what should I do? I have, from my experience, I have to know that I have some title here. It should be bold, right? Then I have to insert some navigation buttons down. So after I finish the requested in the exam questions, I will do what's about the decoration. So I have to do this drop down menu. Okay, go to the design, and as you see, they are grouped in the same layout. And when you click on this one, there is some pointer shown above. If you have this case, just click on the pointer, right click on any of these fields from layout, click on remove, which means now every field is individual. Now we have to work on the location. I delete location. Also, I may resize these fields to make them tighter. Okay, it's very wide. Now, this is the combo box for the drop-down menu. Just click here in the blank space and you have these options. I want this combo box to look up values in some table or query. If you have the case, you just click in here and it will ask you to find out which table or query. Then you will select the field and that's all. But in our case, we will type these values because it is not from any other table or query. Find a record from based on the value that I have selected in combo box. No. So here I will write the data. It will be as requested in the same order. Corn, wool, oh, Ireland, France. Okay, next. I have to store this value in the field, which is location. It's not to be temporary or vanished. It should be located and saved in location. Then what is the label? It will be not combo 16, it will be location. Okay, and finish. Now you have location. Just drag it here and you can make all labels in automatic color, maybe also bold, just to make them as labels. Save your work as a new form. Now view. So you have your drop down menu. They want some evidence. You just click on print screen. Snap will not work here. And now this is first of all the drop down menu. That's if you want to make it in the form. Okay, now showing data limited entry, it will be like this in the validation. here. Right click, design, and for location, invalidation rule, corn, wall, or Ireland, or I prefer to make it in the same Scotland, the same order, or Wales, or France. After you finish, the system will add the quotations and it will fix or put the same in the validation text to make your work more professional. This is to limit the data for only these. Okay, now save it. It is asking you that the system will check the existing data for these 5 entry. Say yes. So the check is done. Now snap, and this snap is done with this here. Okay, also you can crop, but this is enough. Okay. You can make it like this. If they ask you to make the drop-down menu in the table itself, not in the form, you can in location here, just go to lookup wizard and I will type the data. Here you write Cornwall, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and France. Okay, next. Now it is in location. Don't allow multiple values, and that's all. If they ask you about this evidence in lookup, you can snap like this. This is for the entry. Combo box, it means drop-down menu, value list, which is listed here, and you have one column. Okay, so this is your evidence if it is asked in the table, not in the data entry form. Okay. Add the following record to the AD Sports CO 029. How the examiner can find out this? It will be a result of one of the queries in the report. So they will give you the marks for this addition in the report, one of the report's marks. Now close AD Sport. Yes. And here, if I want to work on this, I will just add navigation buttons. Button, click first, previous, next, last. Okay, enough. As navigation, maybe I want to make save, whatever you want here from button, record operation, maybe I want to save, and if I want just to close, you can from form operations, click on close and finish. Okay, now these are the buttons for navigation and some record operations. Now after this, I have to add the new. You can just from here add new, and course code, it will be as in the question. It is CO, capital CO 029, then Zap cat, water. 4. The location is Cornwall. For this, we use the drop-down menus because we want to eliminate the errors. And yes, 4, 7, 1, duration is 6. Okay, it's always with the evidence showing data of the form that you have done in Snap, new, and make this a screenshot. Then here, done. Okay, yes, step 21 to save it. Okay, now sometimes they ask us to make radio buttons. I don't want to write in the residential yes or no. I want to write in just clicking on the radio button yes or no as options. How to do this? This is extra for the exam, but we need to know how to do that in the design. I will here use not this radio button, no, or the option button. I will click on the option group. Why? Because I have one of two options in the same field. This is XYZ. Click here. What are the labels? Yes and no. Then the default, if you have some default, go for the default. If no, you will know you will have no default. Now, yes will be -1 and no stands for 0. Then I will save it in residential. I will not use for later use, and it will be option button like this. Next, and it will be residential named and finish. Now, if I want to see here, no, no, next, yes, yes. It is the same as you see because it is a mirror or reflecting residential, so it is related to residential. I can delete residential from here and put this residential in this place, just fixing the fields like this. It is done. Okay. And this residential should be bold as the other labels. Okay. This is how to make the option button for some Boolean fields. After this, evaluate, we will not do evaluation. Now, import the file ratings in a new table in your database. Set activity rating as a primary. Now, activity rating is a primary, and I will have one-to-many relationship between rating from AD Sports with activity rating and rating. So because I have some relationship between two fields, I have to check activity rating here with rating in the same data type. So I will go up and find rating to be number integer to check this against activity rating when I import the new table. External text, browse, and rating file. Okay, next I have headings, and in the advance this is the activity rating. It should be integer because of the relationship purposes. These are text, and next my primary key activity rating as requested from the examiner, and I can just keep the name ratings and finish. Close. Rating, it has nothing to make it in the design, so I will go directly to the relationship, add close. Now activity, rating, and activity here is the rating. Okay, so activity rating with rating, one too many, create. Now to make the evidence, you just click on this and snap. This is the relationship. It is showing one too many, the names of fields and the diagram. So go to your evidence. This is why we don't close our evidence. This is the relationship. Okay, then save this one. Go. Okay, close. Yes, save. After this, question 25. In question 25, they are talking about using fields from both tables, produce a report which contains a new field called daily cost calculated at runtime displayed as currency. This field will calculate course cost divided by duration. So this will be done in the query, which is preparing for the report. The daily cost, it will use cost and duration. Also show only the records where water is the type, residential is yes, duration 12 or less. What does 12 or less means? It means less than equal 12, and it excludes those activities located in Scotland, يعني not in Scotland. Shows only fields, course code, location, activity level, duration, residential, and daily cost in this order with data and labels displayed in full. Sorts the data into ascending order. So this will be all in the report. Sorting, page orientation, single page wide, calculate total number of course code, has label, include report title, whatever. This is all in the report. The sorting in the report design. This is in the wizard in the design or layout, it's okay. So it will be the first steps will be done in the query. Okay, now I will add these fields, then I will check the criteria and the calculation if there's some extra fields to be added, and I will hide these fields in the design of the query if they are not displayed. Okay, so let's go create and query wizard. Here I will use from both tables. Okay, show only course code, location, activity, level, duration, residential, and daily cost. Daily cost will be calculated. What should I need for daily cost? I need course cost, which is not here, it is here. And I need duration, which is already added. Also, in the criteria, I need type, residential, duration, and location. I will check them. Type is not added. I will add it right now. Residential done, duration done, and the location. Okay, so all of these are done. So I can go to the next and I will name it in the name 25 or step 25, maybe question 25. It's up to you. Go to the design, make the new field in a new column, build, and write daily as written in your question paper, daily underscore cost, colon, then course cost divided by the duration. Okay, save, view, it's working. Now, because it is cost and daily cost, it should be euro, two decimal places. Property format will be euro and two decimal places. Even the question is not asking me to, but as a default and in our sense, we can find that. So, first thing is done, which is the new field. Now show only the records where type is water. Type water. Save and view. The type here is just only water. You have to check after each criteria just to find it is working. Residential is yes. It is only yes with water. Okay, save view. Now, duration 12 or less, which means less than equal 12. When they say is it 12, it means equal. Less, this is the less. So it is less than equal 12. It is math. Find out duration. Yes, it is 12 or less. Yes, and water. And finally, the activities to be excluded from Scotland. So it will not be Scotland. The location will not be Scotland. I may put the not equal here. This is the sign of not equal. Or I can, let's find out, Cornwall, Ireland, Wales, and Cornwall. You can replace not equal to the expression operator not. Save and run. Also, it is the same. So you can use any of not or not equal. Now I have just to check that I have course code, location, activity, level, duration. Now residential, no course cost, no type, and daily cost. Done. So this is the order and the fields that you want to show. If it is not fixed here, you can fix it in the report wizard. Close and create report wizard depending on the query 25. Please be careful about this. Take them because it is sorted and done in the query. You will not have now to order them. It is ordered. Next. No grouping. As you see, if it is like this, this is not working, but like this, it is one group. No grouping. Now I will not do the sorting here. It is as requested, landscape tabular for sure, and I will call it also 25. Now what to do? In the layout, I will fix the size to make all data is visible, all fields are visible. I don't have any excessive spacing, duration, fix, residential also, and the daily cost. Now, what's the name of the title here? This is the title of the report on the top of the page. Okay, it should be bold and in larger font than the data. Now I have done this. Sort data into ascending order of activity, ascending order location. Now in the design, please look here, group and sort. Click on group and sort. Add sort. It will be sorted first of all, ascending order of activity. Top هي default أصلا ascending, then ascending order of location, add sort, هي location and A on top because the default is ascending. Now, as you see, it is sorted on activity. They started by B down to the Z. Then also for the same activity, the location is sorted from C to W, now from C and so on. So we are doing good. For our question paper, this is done. How to find out it is really single page wide? You can just make print preview. In the print preview, when you go next, you can find that the header is not distributed over many pages. Also, in the layout, you can find it because of this dot line. This means this is the page border. We are not extending or we are not going out of the work. Now, what should I do? We will go calculate total number of course codes. Total number of course codes in the selection and position the number under course code column. I want to count. I click on course code in the totals, count records. This means it is counting how many records in this selection, and it should has a label total water codes to the right of the number because there is no space to the left. So label, click here, write your title, and please make it as well recognized label. Okay, make the 42 to be in center. It will be more sensing. Now I will back. I have done this. Include your name in the bottom of the report, not on every page. At the bottom of the report. So it's only in the bottom of the report. This means in the footer of report. As you see, you have footer for report and footer for page. They are asking us for the report footer. I will add a label with my name here, comma space JO014, comma space the candidate number, and no need for the current time or date. You can also close the page footer and go to the print preview. You have this is the first page and the next page. This is my name at the end of my report, and okay, you can just add some space here if you want. This is done. Now they are asking us to print out the report. After you print preview, you click on print. Then in evidence, show the formula that you have calculated the total number of activities. Here from the design, take snip for this, and in the evidence file here. Okay. Now produce extract, which means just only query. This is not report. From all data from the original tables. Select only the activities ski or snow, including France as a location. Rating is 5, just only 5. It's not less than or greater than. And show only the fields, activity, course code, course cost in this order. I will add the location for France and also the rating for the criteria. After this, I will hide them. I will not display, and I will use these 3 just for display. Okay, close and create query wizard. Simple query from add sport table. I have to get the activity, the location, rating, course code, course cost only. Then it will be named 26 as the name of the question. Go to the design, include ski or snow. Include, it means star, ski, star, or star, snow, star. Let me fix the ski to make it more readable. Okay, then I will make sure that it is working in the proper way. Skis, yes, it is working. Now it will be just only France. In the location, only France. Okay, rating is only 5. Save and view. Okay, now what to show? I will show activity, then course code, then course cost. I will hide this. Save view. This is working right. Sort them into a descending order of course cost. Design, course cost, descending. Yes, it is descending. And place in your evidence criteria used to select required. Okay, the query design, snap, and this is your evidence. Go and work. Done. Now save your work, close it. Save the data that it can be imported into the document you have saved in step 19. Now, this extract can be saved in one of two, maybe Word or Excel, because you will copy and write this table to the Word, okay, for step 19. So I will go to step 26 here and export. I can put it as Word or Excel. It's up to you. I can fix it to Word. It will be RTF and OK. And also to show you, it can be also Excel. OK. Now you can find it in your evidence file here, RTF and Excel. Double click here. Mhm. From Excel, open 26. It is here. So it's up to you. What do you prefer? You can just copy, and also from here you can only copy. Okay. Now task 4, for the document I have to back to my document, this one, the newsletter. Import this data that you have done in 26 as a table after the paragraph that ends activities to show from, choose from. Okay, in find activities to choose from, maybe choose from, to choose from. Here, because they say it ends by activities to choose from. Then I will go to my table, copy and paste. I will not make the shading. I will wait if they will talk about shading now. Let me find. Make sure that your table fits within the column width it is. All required fields are visible. Data is displayed in one line except the except the field heading can be wrapped. Then the news table is applied to this extract. News table. Then it should be with no wrapping. You can just wrap this and there's no need, no spacing. Then, okay, spell check, proofread. Your work tables are not split out. There's no widows, orphans, no blank. Okay, house style followed. Spacing all items is consistent. Save the document in the same name, which is the newsletter. Print your document. Now this is the evidence of your document and your mark will be. Now let's find out that everything requested is done. No widows, no orphans, no blank pages, no blank columns, and so on. We have nothing to worry about. Save your work, and let's say we have to get from review the spelling. Now we have the words for spelling. Snow kiting, I will ignore. Gently flying, ignore. And aqualining, ignore. Now buggying. Yes, everything is Okay, print your work and go to the next task, which is mailing.